Warren Springs in the air, and the Group 1 action starts this Saturday at Caulfield.
Yeah, Underwood Stakes, Sir Rupert Clarke Stakes, Simon, and I think firmer tracks might, the good horses should start coming to the fore, as they have been anyway, but the firmer tracks will improve the racing a little bit. And I think if firstly focusing on the Underwood, I don't think you can go past So You Think. He's had a few exhibition gallops since his last win in the Memsie Stakes, and he's just trained on beautifully. He's an awesome looking individual, and I just think he's ticking along perfectly. So he's a short price favourite. He might be no betting value, but he's clearly the one to beat. That race too, I think Shocking stamped himself as a horse that's made significant improvement since his Melbourne Cup win, with his win in the Makybe Diva. He's now a weight for age winner, so he's proven himself in that class of racing. 1800 metres step up will suit him. You might argue that he might be looking for a little bit further now. So, again, you'd have So You Think ahead of Shocking, but, the market's probably a little bit askew in terms of the margin between them. I thought Zabrasive. John O'Shea was down here this morning to watch Zabrasive have his final hit out, and he's obviously on track for the handicaps and probably races of 2,000, 2,400 metres, but gee, he looks well and he's working very relaxed. He was a bit fresh first up in the Memsie and he raced a bit close. I think he'll be a bit further back and he'll certainly be hitting the line. And again, for his first run at weight for age, I thought he was quite competitive and the run was full of merit in the Memsie. So, look, if looking for runs to the future, I think we'll see good performances from Shocking and Zabrasive, but I think clearly in the Underwood Stakes that So You Think will be the horse to beat as the market dictates. The other Group 1's are Sir Rupert Clarke, and that's a really interesting race. We've got Kidnapped resuming, and he's been coming along nicely for the Darley stable, but I thought down in the weights a couple of mares had a really good chance, and I think the form race I'm looking there is the Let's Elope back here at Flemington on Makybe Diva Stakes Day. No evidence needed. The Patnack mare won that race, and God, she's trained on well. She had a gallop on the course proper on Tuesday morning, and the last 200 metres was just terrific. It was a gallop that you looked at and you thought, gee, wherever that horse goes next, she's going to be extremely competitive. So her in response to the Matty Allerton trained mare response to the 1-2 out of the Let's Elope, and down in the weights, I think they could be very hard to beat in the Sir Rupert Clarke on Saturday as the other Group 1.
Any outstanding gallops should be watching on Saturday?
Look, I think you can see a few of the horses from the Kavanagh stable improve on better ground. As I said, we've been racing on rain-affected tracks. I think horses like Valentine Miss, We're Gonna Rock and Xantalar in particular, those three will show significantly improved form at Caulfield on Saturday, and in the races they're in, they can be expected to improve on their most recent performances.
Your best from the gallops this week?
No evidence needed.